Try restarting your audio engine.
I did that. And then, oh, look, it's set to default. Let me try this. Does this help? Did that fix it? Yep. Okay. So I haven't been talking for 2 minutes. I mean...
Well, I mean, if you're gonna catch it, thank God it's 2 minutes and not 2 hours. I've had that happen way too many times.
Thank you, LP. Okay, so we'll start over. So, my day started with being able to go and go get caffeinated beverages. Just Gunnar and I got up this morning first thing. And when I get to go out and do things, I am like so much healthier. Like I get up earlier and it's like so much easier and it doesn't feel like, there's like not alarms. I need alarms if I don't get to do anything.
That do be true.
I went and got caffeine, and then that's the first time. There's a new guy that works up at the store, and so I pulled up and he's like, "Is that your Jeep?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." I love my Jeep. But I was like, he was like, "Oh," and he goes, because he knows, because I've been up there on the bike so much, so I'm like a regular. He's like, "It's just your daily." I'm gonna kill you. It's just your daily stop up at Dollar General, or yeah, it's Dollar General. So he's like, just your daily stop in, right? And I was like, yep. I was like, it makes me on the days that I, especially when Daisy's been down, it made me have to get out of the house if I go once a day. And I had to, because I was going to lose my fucking shit. And I'm sorry, but riding the bike, I was thankful I didn't have to walk, but I was depressed that it wasn't Daisy. Let's just be real. So now it's just like, I drove by that lemonade stand that was out there yesterday 4 or possibly 5 times. Those people probably are like, what the fuck? So
this creepy lady stalking us.
I just thought it was so cool that it was an old-fashioned.
Buy it.
I say it's an old-fashioned lemonade stand, but here down on the coast, old-fashioned lemonade stands, rather than just having like a little table and cups and a cooler underneath like we used to do back north. No. They got the whole beach tent out and a truck pulled up to the back with its tailgate open. We're getting high-class lemonade, folks. It was really adorable and cute. It was really adorable and cute, and they held in for something like 6 hours. It was pretty impressive. I was really impressed with them. Yeah, some dedicated.
Serious lemonade.
On a road that's basically dead right now because the school is out of session. That's all, there's so much more traffic around here when school's open, I think that because the first time was after Daisy's check engine light came on and I drove the bike up to Dollar General, I'm pretty sure they were like, well, maybe not. Maybe then they were like, she's got a bike and a Jeep. Why isn't this bitch buying my 25-cent lemonade?
Yeah. You drove by them 4 times and you didn't even get lemonade once, you fucking asshole. It's crazy.
Well, and here's the real sad truth. We had gone to watch Daisy and we found all those quarters, and we found out that some of the quarters that came out of the machine may be worth more than a quarter. And we need to check because holy crap. Hi, Hottie. I don't have a camera. You can't get up here and see everybody. So it doesn't work the same on my side. Hi, baby.
Oh.
Hi. I love you.
Farm views?
Yeah, you can't farm views over here. It's Gunner's show. All right. I'm sorry.
Well, you're gonna piss. Well, careful, you're gonna piss him off.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I told you. Don't say it to Gunner.
That's our husky hottie. I'll see if I can post. I'm doing pictures today. That's one of the things. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of photos and I'm gonna share them to Facebook and whatever. So I'll make sure. But if anybody is on Facebook with AndromedaSiren, you've seen Hottie. I did a whole thing where I then turned it into a painting because it was so beautiful of him on the beach. But anyhow, yeah. So he is a beautiful husky. An amazing dog. Although Gunner's pulling into a lead right now. Like Gunner would have failed for psychiatric service dog, but the way he's learning to behave now, he may have pulled himself back into that category. Shall see, because he's doing freaking
Gunner's
amazing.
Gaming.
Gunner's gaming. Gunner is like, as long as you let me get in the Jeep, I will. As long as you let me get in the Jeep, I will listen to every word that comes out of your mouth and sleep with you at night.
Fair. To be honest, that's fair.
So he's doing really good though. He did great jumping into the fucking truck this morning, and I want to get a leash for just him, like that stays in the Jeep. Anyways, okay, so here's the deal. it was going to be a short stream, and that's what I started off by saying anyway, and then we wasted 2 minutes of me not talking, and I'm going to have to clip that out now, and that's fucking wonderful and fun. So I'm going to be putting out a whole bunch of cool shit, posts and some different videos and whatever over on Facebook, YouTube Shorts. Today and tomorrow's a big day. We got more things we have to take care of that I don't want to talk about today. But now tomorrow's day may be not what we planned because life happens. So I may be doing resumes Tuesday morning because it sounds like I may have something else that I need to take care of at home. Anyhow. So also means that Monday's not a beach day. See, the resume and beaches go together because I'm going to apply on that side. I'm going to apply on the island first. That's the plan, Stan. I want to be good enough for the Bob Hall Pier Bar when they finally open it and rebuild it and do it all. I want to be experienced. I want to be able to go in there and I'm going to work right over the water that I love. That's my goal. Life hashtag. I would rather do that than Snoopy's. I really honestly would. I would rather be at Bob Hall Pier working.
Yeah.
Oh, so then chat though, then we went to go get the GoPro footage. I had already said this in the first 2 minutes of my silence. But we went to go I also said hi to my Siren squad because I lovingly am going to call them that. And that whole marketing just went out the window. But anyways, no.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I did it good and it's dead. But when we took the GoPro, we went for a drive so that I can because I want to grab some skyline and stuff and whatever. And I was looking for some images and whatever. And so we took the GoPro, and where was I going with this? That I was going to talk about. Oh, the freaking crazy. So we come back on the beach and whatever. And on our way back, we're getting sprinkled, and now we're off the ocean side and we're getting sprinkled with water. And I'm like, did you feel that? And I just like, yeah. And we're driving back across the bridge towards our home and whatever. And I like to take the turnaround and then go by the bay instead of, I don't have to, but I mean, why wouldn't I? So a lot of times during really like good times, there's kiteboarders out there and I love them. Like I'm going to do that. I can't wait to do that. I want to see if I can teach myself to do that because it's way cheaper. So we might learn together and I may put the GoPro on me and create a series where I'm trying to teach myself how to kiteboard, but I do need to do some research first. But anyhow, I can do anything. But we were driving back and I had to roll up Daisy's window like a shield. I was like, level shield increase. Because all of a sudden I looked in front of me and the sand, it's like the birds were like, oh shit, we're lost. Like they couldn't fly. And the sand was just blowing. And unfortunately the GoPro was turned because it was our way home. The GoPro was not oceanside. So unfortunately, you're gonna get more dunes and country on because it was facing inward and whatnot. But I've already seen videos from the beach that is like, holy crap, we were there like 3 minutes before that shit happened. That is insane. But no, it's even it wasn't even a storm. We did lose power when we got home, which is why I've taken so long to be able to get going after that, because I tried to plug in the GoPro and then I find all kinds of golden things that I can't wait to share because that's what AndromedaSiren's all about. So over at Andro's Bar, I have like live reels and same thing on Facebook where I'm using real like you can see Gunner. You can, like they're real life videos of the beach of just life. And now I get to add our awesome, because this is one thing I wanted to say, because I want to clip this, because I'm going to just pop it into like a probably like voiceover for some of these videos. But what basically happened is in January of 2025, I just had enough. I've been struggling with trauma since I hadn't had a traumatic response since October 20th of 2024, which is not that long, by the way. But I had been struggling and diagnosed with CPTSD and trauma all the way back in May of 2023. Now, so much has happened and there's been so much that's gone on. But what was I going to say about this? Now, see, I just lost it all. But moving down here and living my life this is me reclaiming my life. And so I want to share it. And I don't know where I was going to go with this. I lost it. Wow, that's fucking womp womp. This is why I write things first sometimes. Yeah. I also have an audio blog that I have to record because I wrote that. Like my brain is so scatterbrained right now. But yeah, no, we'll have to see what the GoPro footage looks like. because freaking that was crazy. I looked up and I was like, I almost lost my glasses twice, my sunglasses.
Yeah, I know. You were like grabbing them constantly.
Yeah, like I almost lost my, but when I looked over, because, okay, so the way that it goes, chat, is you drive and then like you'll get, like when you come into contacts where there's some buildings, you know, not really the ones, because most of the ones that, there's some at the end that are lifted up, because, you know, they do that down here. But like the buildings block a ton of the ocean wind coming off the bay. So when you turn around and you're in the open spots where there's nothing blocking that wind, Daisy feels like a sailboat. Like I have had trouble keeping her steady around some of these areas, and wind resistance is wind resistance. So the best thing actually is to have the windows open. But in this case, I had to hurry up and roll her window up because otherwise I think I would have been eating sand. I mean, honest to goodness, it was like insane. The birds were swirling. It was nuts. So then we decided to take a drive back down because we had already just been on the beach, but it was nice and sunny there. They got hit with it within a few minutes. Like it was crazy. But then it was over. But we were
an Insta storm.
Yeah, it was like brewing. But we 2.0. But we went down to another little bay area, like in the bay, like another little alcove where I could get the GoPro and let it see the ocean and the winds and the clouds that were coming in because I wanted to get it. So I drove the Jeep around in order to get it. And I can't wait to see the footage we came up with. I currently went live because it's done now. I was transferring the GoPro footage. But yeah, no, I guess what I was going to is like, you know, in January, that's what I was going to say. Here we go. Now we can mark it. In January, I decided that enough was enough and that I had to do something to get my life back on track. And it's been a rough road, but we started living life. I bought Daisy. We made plans to move to the coast. We took a leap of faith. But in the meantime, while we were doing all of that, we also started living more life. And so the rodeo footage was fun. That was in February. And, you know, and then we have our South Padre footage. And I can't wait to create little clips of it and share my life because, you know, you can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it.
Do it.
But you have to say fuck fear. You have to stop being afraid. That's the biggest thing. Like, there are so many reasons why this should not have worked out this way for me. And it was not easy to just like turn around. I mean, I was almost dying when we moved down here. I got diagnosed with bird flu. And my oxygen levels had depleted.
Oh my God.
With the day we moved down here. And the doctor told me that I had to stay in bed for another week. But the thing is that I had already decided we were moving and I got in a hotel. We didn't know where we were going to live. We didn't have a place to live, but I had secured a place to be over our heads. And so we could start scoping the area because I was going to do it and I was going to figure it out. I was like, I can't just stay in bed because I was going back and forth between Seguin and Corpus at the time. And I was moving the kids down a little bit at a time and I had rented a car and we were on a time constituent. I was like, I don't have that much. I had to take 24 hours and I got up and I mean, it was rough. It was rough. I had to carry the nebulizer with me and like use like find power outlets and fucking make sure I took breathing treatments in between drives. But we got here.
We did it.
The day we tried to fucking clean the van, we ended up having to pay extra because Parker had gotten car sick and it was so damn cold. The day that we finally had to return the car and when we went to wash it and try to get it clean, because I had been sick, everything was frozen onto it and we couldn't do anything and nobody was open. There was no water available to us. So, and then we got Daisy and we drove her down to the coast and we made it happen. And it was crazy. I had to kind of fight for this place that we got. I had to overcome a lot. I had to make life happen. And it was scary. It was hard. And I could have come up with 1,000 reasons why I shouldn't have done it. I could have come up with 1,000 reasons why it wouldn't work. I could have come up with 1,000 reasons why I could have said I can't because it was scary. But I took a leap of faith and it's the best damn thing I've ever done in my life. And my mental health has improved daily. Well, it was really rough at first because it's kind of like the world fell on top of me once. I cried the minute I walked in here. I mean, it's smaller space than I've had in years. You know, we had a 5-bedroom house. We were a family, you know. It's smaller than anything I've had in a very, very long time. I think it's a little bit bigger than my first apartment. Well, the first one that I count. Technically, that was a bedroom and a half, and it's 2. But, you know, we found it, did it. And it's affordable. And I made it all so that I could maintain it without having to, like, I knew I'd be able to do it on my own. And that was the idea. And so I literally cut our living expenses like 75% overall. You know, it's still taking a lot to get going because of things, but, and job's gonna help, but I wasn't ready to work yet. I was not functionable enough for that when we first got here. But I think I'm ready now, and I think it's what I need. And I mean, yesterday showed me how much, like, just going out and meeting people, like, I'm becoming myself and better. And so it's just a beautiful thing, but anybody can do it. It's just don't give up, man, because it's a long road, and I know how dark days can be because I have seen some pretty crazy dark days that I never thought I'd ever be able to say I saw or experience. That would never be something that happened to me, but I was wrong. And I have a whole different appreciation for people who are struggling with things like depression, trauma, and yes. And the darkness is never going to be explainable for anyone. There are no words that can describe to you what these mental illnesses can do to a person's soul, psyche, brain, literal changes to brain, and overall vitality and who they are and self-worth. It is the only thing I can associate it with is the demonic attack. Like, that's what it would be equivalent. Like, if you've seen the fucking movies that are like, you know, where that shit scares you, you can't see it, you don't understand why the person's go crazy, but you know, they get an exorcism. Okay, yeah, like that's what these things can make you feel. Like you need an exorcism. And it can be just very hard to not give up. You know? So, but don't, because one day you could be riding on the beach and living your life dream, or, you know, sitting in the woods, or whatever it is. The one thing that remains true is you have to be strong enough to choose yourself. Fuck what everybody else wants. What is gonna be what is your jam? What are you gonna do? What is gonna be for you? And if you do that, what I learned, the irony is that hey, turn your voice down a little. I learned that all the things that I would have been afraid of, all the people I was afraid of affecting, actually, because I did what was for me, now look at how much happier everybody else is. Like, everybody's so happy we did this. And there's 1,000 reasons why I could come up with why we shouldn't, but everybody is happier that we did this. You know? So, well, so much for a short stream. We're at 20 minutes, though, and minus 2 minutes of whatever I had to say that we've lost. But now, chat, I got to go get photos and videos and things and go share my life over on YouTube and Facebook because, I mean, I can't do it here in this manner. I'm not going to, but maybe one day we'll go look at all my stuff on Facebook. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But anyhow, yeah, and I got some audio blogs to record, which get posted to, I think I only post those primarily to YouTube, and whatnot. So anyhow, I hope you all have as beautiful as a day as I've already had today, even though it's afternoon. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and I hope y'all, you know, weather Monday with strength and triumph. Yeah, how about that? All right, guys, have a good day.